Who will emerge victorious? The final battle begins!
That's right, it's time to make our grand finals head underway. On one side, we have a team that is absolutely the best team of the year, but on the other side, the strongest team of the tournament.
It is Team Spirit who have shown that they are no slouches when it comes to the first 10 minutes, particularly the laning phase.
Yes, this laning phase is going to be the ultimate test for this best of 5. It's going to be a long journey to get through this finals, and who walks away winning this laning phase could just end up winning the entire thing, as Miposhka will end up going down. tOfu finally claims first blood for Gaimin Gladiators.
But I like what Spirit have brought out here in Game 1, right? These are a lot of heroes that are not afraid to skirmish early and take it straight back to you.
Death against tOfu will end up helping to get the kill onto tOfu, but will end up falling into the end. Ace is gladly going to be able to dive a bit more onto Miposhka.
And in fact, they're just going to bring everybody up here. Try and go on Ace again. This is when the lone druid is susceptible.
Perfect opportunity with the bear now being put on cooldown. They have done serious damage to Ace, killing him so many times, and even maybe catching tOfu here. Seleri's going to try and slow him down, but that's two supports without a real stun. They're just going to back away, though. Fortunately, the Pango versus the Beastmasters doesn't necessarily leave you the most options. Can't really put to use that Rolling Thunder super well. He's going to try for it anyway, perhaps. Going to force out the Primal Roar. Collapse now going to try and back away with that extra bit of movement speed. Does get hit by the Gyrocopter ultimate. That's going to slow him down enough. Good snowball pickup from Mira. That buys him a couple of seconds, but Quinn is going to follow that ball. He is perfectly matched to be able to hit them both. The swashbuckle isn't enough, though. And dyrachyo and Quinn are now in trouble. Caught by the coil. Larl going to lock him down, and there's not much these supports can do to stop it. In fact, they're just going to feed right alongside the other two of Gaimin Gladiators as Team Spirit in a 5-man move sweep over Gaimin Gladiators, run them down underneath their towers, and even through the portal, tOfu will be denied that exit. Instead, he'll head back to the fountain after a triple kill for Yatoro. It's funny, but I feel like the game plan is kind of swamped where Team Spirit want to be able to run over Gaimin Gladiators, take these outer towers so they can disrupt that ancient farming, and they're going to go straight to it. No hesitancy whatsoever. Immediate coil put onto Quinn, but they don't really have the strength to be able to bring him down just yet. Protected by all of Gaimin Gladiators, who, again, they saw Team Spirit in the bottom lane show up as 5. They will do the same here in the mid lane. Quinn looks to find his mark, looks to see if he can drive right on through and straight to Miposhka. He'll find him here in the corner, clear out most of the trees, but Larl is actually going to bounce back in here.
They're going to retake the fight.
Miposhka's going to stand and fight as best he can, but they pick off Ace immediately. Larl trying to make his way out, and oh, the silence, maybe he gets clipped again. He's dead. Couldn't jump to his orb in time. Yeah, they get Ace, but it does cost them quite a bit.
Gaimin have a lot of tools to lock down these mobility heroes if they can find them. Right now, Miposhka just doing some scouting.
G managed to spot Miposhka, but there's nowhere for him to really run. He knows it too. He's definitely been caught, but he got some good information that'll lead to the pickoff on Ace. He saw all those heroes and he said, guys, this lone druid is alone in the top lane again. Kill him.
Look towards that second Roshan with it, get the spell and debuff immunity up for the silences that are causing them problems in the fight. Then you're not too worried about anything as Quinn is getting shredded by the death throw.
Even if you get out the Rolling Thunder, the physical damage from Yatoro is too much for him to handle. tOfu was kind of desperate, wanted to be able to get that kill on Mira, maybe trying to take away the Aegis, but frankly, he doesn't do nearly enough damage right now to deal with this carry, even on low HP like this. Missed the dead shot on Mira. Managed to sidestep that one, and they'll dive tOfu pretty easily. Yatoro does manage to get off the timeline server so barely. Meanwhile, Seleri's picked off in mid. Team Spirit, they are absolutely outplaying Gaimin Gladiators right now on the map. They just know all of these heroes are getting picked apart.
Team Spirit will play it safe, play it slow. Aegis out in 50 seconds, so you have to think about the timer here.
Look at that burst damage. Quinn caught by the coil and instantly killed by Yatoro. And you can feel it. Yatoro seeing an opportunity. They're going to be able to cut down Seleri. And now he goes in for the kill. The Aegis does expire, but the rest of his team provides the disable. So as the second life comes back up, he's going to shred through Ace. Looks over to tOfu next. Now, last left, perhaps dyrachyo trying to run him down. dyrachyo doing his best he can, but up against 3 different cores, he can't actually fight back. He has to run away. Oh, missing out on the dead shot. Yatoro is unstoppable. He's just diving to the base like it's nothing.
He was thinking about it again.
So Team Spirit are going to slowly approach. They're going to group up together and take this fight.
Yatoro just time-lapse to the fountain and back to get his BKB. He will not have time-lapse for this fight. He says, I don't need it.
Overgrowth with the 3-man coil. It's looking beautiful, and Yatoro's right in there with this fresh BKB to lay the damage into these cores. Once again, Ace has no chance with the bear, and of course the Beastmaster's gonna lock down that ball. You're not going anywhere, Quinn. They're gonna catch more. tOfu's gonna be the last one down. dyrachyo only survives because of his TP.
Maybe game 2. High ground play for sure, right? You let him go into you, abuse the fact that the calling's a really strong defensive spell. You catch the tree in first. That's a nice pickoff.
That is actually really nice with the gem on the ground.
Yeah, okay, so you needed a gem in this game, Miposhka. We'll give it to you. I don't know if you know what's coming for you right now, but you're not going to like it.
It's going to be a shot to the back of the head. He's gone. Blown away by Yatoro, and they catch Quinn in the mid lane. They don't need Yatoro to make this kind of play. Larl activates his BKB to catch the opposing mid laner, and with 2 dead, a double damage activated. Team Spirit are just all but just waiting for the creep wave to catch up with them.
Well, that's one way to break the high ground. Just one-shot an enemy off-lane carry here. Oh, and force it with a double damage here. Yatoro has AC aura behind him now as well, so that Deso plus the Swarm plus the AC is just going to amp this physical through the roof right now, which makes this high ground siege a lot more tempting.
Here goes to the jump. BKB immediately activated by dyrachyo, but there's that physical damage. dyrachyo, he can't actually stand up against Yatoro and has to back away.
Of course he's diving.
Yatoro, yeah, he's just going to go for it. See if he gets the crit. He got it! Oh, no way! The final bit of damage required. Yatoro can claim it.
Yatoro, boss. This man knows no fear, no limits right now. He's just taking your base at 30 minutes, a position Gaimin is used to putting their opponents in.
Yeah, I don't see how they stop this without dyrachyo.
I mean, I think Mira can also jump if he really wants to just force the issue.
Yeah.
This Tuskar is hella tanky right now. Gossamer Cape, Drum, happy to start the engagement, particularly if you can find a good core target. He got feared on the jump. That was incredibly impressive, actually, but it will not yield them the fight. And it'll be a second lane. I mean, Mira's quite farmed.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about a high ground break mechanism. They really get in a stalemate and need it. He's going to kick someone out, and Yatoro just runs straight into them.
Pops BKB, turns around. Oh, man, that damage is just building up so quickly. Quinn's got it in an instant. So is the bear. dyrachyo battling up against Larl, but the big bad boss of the fight is definitely Yatoro. And once he turns his eye on a hero,
absolutely over.
Game over for this one. Team Spirit making absolutely no qualms about shutting Gaimin Gladiators out in their own style. 33 minutes and it's done. This game needs to start off very well for Gaimin Gladiators, because while this may be a best of 5, this game 2 feels particularly important, Avery.
Counter gank in the Rolling Thunder and turn things around. You're really happy with that type of gameplay here, because again, you're farming it up. You got Magnus Faceless Void. You know Gaimin are going to go into you.
This is a hard duo to match up against. That'll help, because Quinn wants to be able to make moves, particularly with this Arcane Rune, which he's going to put to use now. Caught a mid-shield crash. So that ability no longer there with the 2 support rotations. It's easy to kill Larl.
The earlier you get aggressive obs out, the happier you're going to be when that period comes. Another power rune should be secure from Quinn here.
Oh, these runes are getting a little crazy. Oh, that skewer plays against Collapse as he does a ton of damage onto himself thanks to the trample from Quinn. Blocked out by his own Sprout, though. He's going to try and get to the other side of this cliff. Larl does hop down to chase after him, though. Miposhka chased away.
Brother against brother here. Whose skeletons are better?
Well, right now, it's going to be Quinn trying to jump in, but immediately stopped by Larl. Once again, with the counter initiation, Quinn's trying to get out of here, but he's going to be caught. The Inkswell plus the Silence is going to try and trample his way over the left-hand side, and he is slowed down, pulled back in by Collapse, though. Oh, and a Chronosphere actually locking away these 2 other cores right in front of this tower. Seleri's trying to stop him now as they turn back around onto Ace, trying to finish him up. There goes that reincarnation. dyrachyo doesn't have much mana to work with, and on the fresh life, Ace is going to be pulled back underneath that tower again, just like Quinn. They are in trouble. Now dyrachyo's under this one as well, surrounded by 5 heroes. He's going to start desperately morphing into strength and try and wait for him over the left-hand side, but with all of this damage, he just cannot get far enough away. Gaimin Gladiators will lose all 3 of their cores, and that attempt at a fight at bottom lane.
Farming up the entire map. He will match him.
Oh, Larl? It's essentially there to grab him. Mira can stop some of this, though. Throws out his Silence. Thinks well. Oh, so much burst damage, though. Seleri hit him big with that one. He got up the shield crash, though.
No way.
And those shields are keeping him alive. They need a bit more damage, but now he's TPing away. Goodbye. Oh no, Gaimin Gladiators gotta feel so bad about that.
Choose which objective they want and claim it for free. There's no way you're fighting them without those big ults off cooldown. Or without Collapse being stronger, Skewer on Skewer play. You're coming with me.
Skewer up into the TP point from Quinn. Collapse, as long as he keeps the damage on him, he's not going to be able to blink away, and Quinn will finish the job. Great move from dyrachyo. Those are the kind of plays you need to see here.
These are good Morphling combos you can use for the fights and the team. Quinn starting to pick up the pace and
instantly silenced, and a beautiful Soulbind, and now an ink-swelled up pinball coming through straight into the heart of Gaimin Gladiators. dyrachyo's already burned out of most of his mana, pops his wand, but dyrachyo, he needs to be able to get away from both Larl and Yatoro, and he's been burned out. No chance there. Gaimin Gladiators still have a chance, though, to be able to fight back around Ace and his Radiance, but without their carry, it's not looking great, as Ace is going to be burned out of his first life. Can they fight around this second one? Quinn's sticking around. They certainly don't want to be giving up Ace like this. Here's shot back.
Coming up in 2 seconds here.
He just gets a bit of a poke, gets a reaction out of Gaimin Gladiators. Ace will try and punish him, but
just no follow-up.
Yeah, he needs a lot more. Seleri's going to try and chase up. The TPs are coming in here, tries to block him out with the Sprout, but Yatoro is running free. dyrachyo chases after him, hits him with the time dilation, really though. But it is a very forced move from dyrachyo, but he gets it. He gets that kill, no, turns back around onto Collapse. Oh, RP'd right in front of that tier 2, but silenced up just in the nick of time before his Skewer comes through.
He wants more.
Yeah, he does. He sees the opportunity. What a beautiful entrance from dyrachyo into this game.
That is the power of stolen time dilation plus the time walk, right?
Would be massive for Gaimin Gladiators. They have a double damage in Morphling's bottle, and they can get to this fight in time. Team Spirit may get wiped and lose the Roshan fight, and they are not doing this fast enough. Gaimin Gladiators are going to get here, and it looks like Team Spirit have made the right read. They're going to smoke, backing themselves away. See if they can find the opening on Gaimin Gladiators.
Quinn has position, but there's a ward.
On the high ground, BKB immediately goes out. Now he has to turn and chase, but he's not going to be close enough. Team Spirit got something big out of him, but they do hit them all. That's going to be able to hit all those heroes. The RP does manage to lock down the 2 heroes. They jumped into the RP. dyrachyo dies immediately. He's going to have to do all the damage from here on out, but the Rolling Thunder is dangerous. It slows him down with the bashes, and the Rolling Thunder hits, and there's no chance. And now they leave Quinn. Yeah, trap him inside that Chronosphere. His BKB is gone. Get the rest. Oh, it's Gaimin Gladiators who had an opportunity there to be able to upset, but now just what they feared the most, which was losing a fight and giving the Roshan to Team Spirit, that may have just occurred. Yeah, which means Miposhka is a particular nuisance to them, as he once again leads forward, just using the creep to be able to find information. They got the Harpoon and Skewer back. Now he does have BKB locked down by the RP, but maybe the damage is going to be enough. It's going to be a close call. Quinn starts walking away. Seleri's going to jump in with the Wrath of Nature. Soon coming out, he tries to use the Ogre Seal Totem to get away from the Rolling Thunder while they jump forward on dyrachyo. They want to get something out of this. They see an opportunity, surely, but they couldn't actually grab anybody, just lacking the disables.
Glimmer Cape posing problems for dyrachyo as well, and just can't see anything to hit. And Team Spirit able to disengage after that Wrath of Nature rooted them all, which means Yatoro wants to go back.
He's got an opening here. Looks for it with the Chronosphere. They were so grouped up on Gaimin Gladiators, but he doesn't have the vision. He's now been grabbed.
He's been time dilated.
They actually have that AoE. The calling goes out. He's on the other side. He actually gets away. Thanks, well, time walk undoes so much of the damage. And now Gaimin Gladiators have to play it a little bit slow. Have to respect that Soulbind. They cleanse themselves of the ghost. That silence is now gone. The Soulbind is away. Yatoro, though, he's still waiting for his opportunity to get that Chronosphere. He got 3. Out 2, 3. 1 in the back, 2 in the front, and that's going to be the Aegis down for the Morph, like a second life for both him and Ace, though. Can Yatoro fight through this one? Is he going to be able to get away? The shot comes through, the entangle as well. That's enough. They bring down the carry. Now for the rest, Team Spirit playing back into this one. They thinks well. Now Skewer locking them together. Larl, maybe he can fight this one out. dyrachyo waveforms over it, trying to separate from his team a little bit, make sure this swashbuckle doesn't utterly decimate them like it does tOfu. In the back lines, Ace trying to chase down dyrachyo. Helps him out, but dyrachyo dies as Larl, he does manage to finish him up just on the very tip. Just enough to be able to get that kill before he falls. Collapse tries to Skewer away, but locked down by Quinn in the end.
Cannot escape the inevitable, which is just too many lives on the side of Gaimin. How much room are you willing to give up right now?
That charge, they spot Seleri. Chronosphere on the 2 of them. So he's going to bring down the support first. Nice use of the dead shot there. That'll make sure Ace doesn't get punished too much. But Chronosphere for a 5 position, Yatoro wants to be able to employ, right? He wants to Chronosphere, make sure that there's 1 hero or maybe 2 that gets no impact in the fight. Just like it looks like Quinn. Ooh, he barely gets off that, but he is going to be slowed down as soon as the BKB is worn away. The time dilation kicks into play, and yeah, Team Spirit have caught him.
Just good vision on the map. Lets them set up for this kill. And just as he was pushing towards that Aghanim Scepter, you're talking about the Wraith King as the Primal Ags will also play a big part in these fights, just breaking these heroes down, removing some of the passives, letting them get easy kills on things like the Enchantress, removing some of the time lock on the Faceless Void. Any extra bit you can gain an advantage for dyrachyo in these man fights is going to be nice, but I mean, the Wraith King Axe is great versus the ults. It's just a question of can you do anything with like the 5 seconds you have afterwards, right? dyrachyo going to man up.
They're going to jump onto this Faceless Void, see if they can burst him down. Once again, there's that Inkswell Heart Dispel.
Oh,
Time walk, an attempt, collapse, turns around, gets that RP on the two of them, locking down dyrachyo and finishing him off. And now Ace is going to come back into this with not much support. With no Quinn, they knew they had the numbers advantage, and they take the fight into Gaimin Gladiators no matter the cost. He gets a jump away. Force Staff helps him out, but it's not far enough. There is nowhere you can go. The collapse and Yatoro cannot follow.
That is a very bold move. When your Primal is dead, he's so much of your damage, so much of your burst damage. I mean, again, they're very close to bursting Yatoro, but the man knows his limits. Elvin Tunic will help in.
Oh, tOfu!
Yeah!
A shot from downtown claims the life of Yatoro.
Just as I caster cursed the hell out of him, he gets shot down.
Back into the game, though. They still don't have Ace. They're still looking forward with this smoke.
There's
a hesitancy
out Yatoro?
Yeah, this is, I'm surprised Gaimin Gladiators, they're surprised that they're even out here.
What
Quinn
the hell is this move?
Up into the high ground.
Oh, Quinn.
He doesn't have a TP. Where are you? Quinn. He's going to be able to get a force down to the low ground, but that was an opportunity to get the pick off, and instead it's Collapse who finds the pick off. Another Ogre Seal Totem for Seleri, trying to keep him alive. Bump back in. Oh, the swashbuckle just barely outside of the range there, and they do.
And Yatoro's
back into it. dyrachyo will be the first one down. Quinn, he has a BKB. Can he get it off? No, too many stuns.
This damage is ramped up so damn fast.
Oh, Collapse got him on the Inkswell.
Yatoro says, you had your fun, you had your cliff walk, but I'm here to clean it up. Starting to pick up the pace on their supports, and these are scary ones.
RP straight up in the top lane. He got caught trying to hit that tier 2. You can get nothing for free against Team Spirit. Collapse denies dyrachyo that opportunity. dyrachyo compliments on the initiation, but the damage is done. Gaimin Gladiators without their carry for 70 seconds. Catch whatever they can in the side lanes, because, well, you don't have a carry, so there's not much point in acting like you're going to defend this mid lane.
Just have to use Ace's strength. You have to find a way to use this Wraith King Ags and the Radiance Burn. Get something going in the fight over the long duration. That is where the Pangolier shines. And I mean, Larl hasn't even had to jump in aggressively yet. He's just playing behind his other cores.
Yeah.
Be a free lane of racks here. They're going to go for number 2. dyrachyo, 3 seconds on the spawn. Butterfly completed for Yatoro now. No MKB in sight. You're going to have to do this the hard way. Just charge in and hope it goes your direction.
Checking it out, seeing who's TPing in. Toro with the Lincolns. He's got an extra life. He's got a BKB in his backpack for that second life.
Oh,
and they got an opportunity from Collapse. Hold Seleri out of position.
All right.
dyrachyo going to try and use that Faceless Void form to be able to help out, but the Chronosphere goes into work. The Old Scepter not actually grabbing the real one. He's still up, and he finishes off the Morphling so easily. Now the RP gets the other 2 cores. Team Spirit so clean. The extra ghosts come out from the Wraith King, but doesn't really do anything. Ace just pops his BKB on the second life. They do manage to get another pick here on his Seleri. He tries to jump forward. They've got nothing left in the tank on Gaimin Gladiators. They are all going to fall. They're going to throw their damage around. The Chief's actually getting popped as Collapse got a little bit low, but into the fountain Larl goes. He's going to get a rampage, maybe a double. No, tOfu's going to deny him that. They're going to call the GG unless pulled back in.
No, this one is
a second rampage to finally close it off.
I mean, why not add to his total, right? This is the player with the most rampages in a single TI run in history, and he will add some more to the stat page here as Yatoro just mops him up at the end with way too much damage.
I can refresh your orb, so you can't really deal with that. So this has been a Collapse special throughout like the entirety of this TI, and he's really good at it, and it looks pretty scary here. I will say the Gaimin's lineup, it looks pretty good though so far. I think whenever you play against Dazzle, having that AA is really good if you can ever commit on him.
Doing crazy Dazzle Spirit Breaker things, and Seleri
in trouble in the bottom lane, and that is going to be your first blood. Collapse will claim it with a bash.
Of course, a little luck goes a long way. Step.
Real quickly, want to give a shout out to our observers, our hardworking observers who have been keeping us through this entire tournament. Ace, maybe in some trouble here. Miposhka He's trying to dodge all of these ghosts. He doesn't want to leave the calling. He'll take that extra bit of damage to try and risk it, but he does end up falling as a result. And now Ace, he'll have some helping in from tOfu. Beautiful dead shot to push him back in, and Gaimin Gladiators, a very clutch fight there for them. tOfu and Ace, Inkswell combination with the Spirit Breaker. Oh, thought they were going to go on to Mira, but Mira's going through the portal. They don't have a stun to stop him. He gets the other side. Dyrachyo pursues.
Dagger does hit him.
Yeah, he's pretty damn slow, and he's going to hit him with another dagger. Mira, he needs the help from the Spirit Breaker. He has a snowball to buy a moment. Collapse, pops his ultimate, immediately goes for the kill onto tOfu. See if they can trade things out here for the shard and the calling. That actually protects him there.
Rotate Larl bottom. They really want to punish dyrachyo.
There it is.
Adults coming back.
The Inkswell charge in, chaining the stuns and adding up on the damage.
I mean, there's no vision here. They probably had a read because Seleri's been mid the whole time, right? It's going to limit where your observers are going to go. Just gets a really cheeky kill on the Spectre. Nice shard to buy some time.
Good driving by Quinn. Gets around that little speed bump in the way. Hopefully Dyrachyo can finish him up, but not quite. No, Shalgrave comes in for Larl. Perfect timing there. Quinn does manage to get some decent damage on Yatoro, and Ace is here. He makes the difference. He makes it so Team Spirit can no longer fight bad. It's an overwhelming amount of team fight that he'll put to work to bring down Yatoro, and it looks like he's going to chase down Miposhka. Mira really trying for this one. He might just get himself killed in the process. Will it be good enough? Miposhka still dies, and sure enough, Mira, he's going to be in trouble as well. Good use of the shard, blocking him out, but he still falls. Cannot stop Gaimin Gladiators as they bring all five, learning from Team Spirit perhaps. Smoke across the map. They failed to get the initiation on Collapse. We're going to try and join Quinn for the power rune. Quinn's going to need that help too. He silenced up the poison touch. The Inkswell's on top of him, but he does manage to get away with the swashbuckle just in time. The charge is going to complete. Collapse, he's got his ultimate. He may not even need it though. The poison touch slowed him down so much. And Miposhka's getting a TP out the shot. Oh, he was so close, but it runs out. It doesn't get there in time. And now a snowball to the other side to meet Dyrachyo, as it is now him who is surrounded by Team Spirit heroes. Too many to count.
Especially when you don't have the global ability to connect. I mean, how much does Collapse think he can chunk through here?
tOfu just left him alone. tOfu was needed to be able to disrupt this combination, but now Ace is left alone, speeds himself away. Somehow the Inkswell didn't go off in time, but Miposhka didn't pop that one, and Dyrachyo was like, okay, now it's my opportunity. Hello, Miposhka. Oh, almost got him with a fear shot there on the left-hand side, but Miposhka still dies. Collapse still in trouble, has a charge instead, opts for the TP out, but that doesn't make it.
Calculations not on point here. Yeah, he could have just charged the other side of the map. Maybe he didn't have a good target, but there was a mid-wave. They will collect a 3x streak off him.
Such an important kill too. Gaimin Gladiators with the Ice Blast on top of Larl. Now, because they're only 2K net worth up, they've hit some timings, yes, but they still have to worry about the double hand of Midas. They have to play this clean. They need to be able to get good executions, but they can't afford to use any pickoffs. Good roll in from Quinn. From behind, though, trapping Team Spirit. Shot goes out, looking for more. The Dazzle was shown there. Quinn getting in front of him. Blocks him out with a swashbuckle, slows him down with the inhibit from the defusal plate. Allows Dyrachyo to do the damage. He pops a shallow grave. Larl, he really wants to finish off Quinn. Will he get that kill? The poison touch. He's got a regen. A Lotus given over to him as well. All the anti-heal they have. And then also the Chaos Strike. That lifesteal the Chaos Knight is so dependent on.
And there is no downtime for this lineup.
Look at him, burned out of mana. They try and give him over a little bit, see if he can charge his way out of there, but he's silenced up by the calling, trapped in the corner. And then they use that Storm Panda to be able to catch more. Larl's gonna die as well. The Dazzle getting no footing in this game. It slips right past Team Spirit. They get the high ground ward, immediately spots Miposhka, and Dyrachyo recognizes that that is the hero he wants to get first at the dead shot. Bounces over to Yatoro and hit by the Rolling Thunder. He's trapped, caught, and there's nowhere to go from there. Too many disables on the side of Gaimin Gladiators.
And that is a big paradigm shift from games 1 and 2.
Yeah, how do you wrap though against a Spectre and, well, you got this Quinn. He is running around with a Pangolier. You're not going to be able to solo in a lane for very long. It only takes a few seconds for Gaimin Gladiators to spot the opportunity and jump onto you. An Ice Blast not even needed. tOfu has the damage necessary to kill the support by himself.
Collapse will try and find a pickoff on tOfu, and this will combine with Miposhka, so they strike back a little bit on the map.
Miposhka's just going to stay hidden here. The charge canceled by the Spirit Breaker.
Rolling Thunder very far away. He's just going to initiate from 3,000.
Yeah, because at any point in time, the Spectre can join him as soon as he gets that initiation, but they don't quite catch him. The Ice Blast is going to be stretched out. Yatoro may see an opportunity to turn this around. Yeah, he's going to go for dyrachyo here with the snowball. There's so many heroes. They dispel out the Phantasm, but Yatoro himself, he will bring down, he will use his own hand to take down the enemy carry. Now looks to finish up these Brewlings if possible. Gaimin Gladiators trying so hard. The last one is going to die. Double kill for Yatoro, and they turn back for Seleri. Uh-oh. Quinn's going to be in for a rude awakening in a second here. He just needs his blink up, and he gets hit by the Dimjo. Swatch will go for the side, but they have the silence on him. The Ghost remains with Quinn. He tries to go for a roll-up play, but he's got nowhere to roll away to.
Those have TP back. But
stuck in the corner, gets some good damage from Swashbuckle, but too many heroes.
Really nice scan to finish up that fight. So now it shifts the onus back on to Gaimin in terms of you got to make an aggressive smoke, get vision back on the map, and keep setting up these pickoff plays for dyrachyo, who's the one maybe getting picked off here. Yatoro just walks in blind.
Get a 3-second stun, pull him back in, but the silence is doing a lot of work. Quinn tries to roll up, but collapses. The Ice Blast does manage to grab 2 of those cores. Roll up, snowball onto dyrachyo.
Yatoro in trouble.
Yatoro's in big time trouble. They give him the shallow grave. Larl
what a shard.
BKB, but a beautiful shard blocking out some of these heroes. It's not enough. Yatoro still falls, and now with the toss up in the air, Larl will come down to a hard reality. Crash down, he does have the BKB, and look at that heal. That Aghanim Scepter with so many units around him. It's so much heal. He is not going to die so easily. Gaimin Gladiators thought they had an easy target, but he will fight to the bitter end. He'll bring down dyrachyo before he finally falls. Collapse stuck, though, in the silence. The buyback required from Gaimin Gladiators because Larl was too tough of a nut to crack.
That looked way closer than it should have been. That team fight definitely helps. Still 500 off here, but that's going to be a large damage ramp as the Shadow Step comes out. Look,
Dyrachyo's trying to do this solo. It's a bit dangerous. Collapse, they're going to try and turn back around. They do have the Ice Blast that'll finish off here pretty easily. And Collapse, he's got to be careful of his damage by Yatoro. He comes in, swipes down dyrachyo. But the rest of the team is now here from Gaimin Gladiators looking for the catch, but Collapse has already rolled away. Ball taking out. Oh, the hook shot. It's not quite enough. They have no stuns. Collapse breaks free.
Straight through the man's heart. He did not care. He just walks it off. Can't really get much closer than that. And once more, Yatoro, he finds an angle in the fight, cleans up dyrachyo, and gets the hell out. That is a full Silver Edge reveal done.
And now the Aegis is going to be taken away from Quinn.
The pickoff game is shifting, right?
Yes, it is. They're not respecting these Shadow Blades, not respecting the aggression, but a Yule Scepter stalls him up. Collapse, Yatoro actually has BKB. They do catch the Ancient Apparition. He's going to die pretty damn quickly there. Roll up. The Brewling's going to work, though.
They need to
stalling out Yatoro. Now that his BKB is on cooldown, now their magic damage can really go to work, and they can slice and dice through that carry pretty damn quickly. Miposhka, obviously, he doesn't have much hope of living through this. So the fight does turn against them. I love that dyrachyo still not slowing down. He may die every once in a while, but he says, you know, ultimately the end game is okay with me. We're still getting some good trade-offs in fights. I'm still going to try and limit your split push by going on you whenever you can.
Doesn't want to let him get away with a tier 2 for free.
BKB, they stick on top of him with the silence and the stuns. It's enough. Quinn is stunned up for so long. And now tOfu's going to be in some trouble as well. He pops his ultimate. That just kind of delays things a little bit, but there's no one coming to save him.
If you're getting multiple Ink Souls off in these fights, it's probably going to win you the engagement. And right now, you're just getting outnumbered at a tier 2 you overextended on. Courier will die as well. Another pickoff that they will miss, which is time for the Midases to go to work, right?
Yep.
They have been cranking this whole time and climbing the charts. This game is a 1K net worth lead now at 32 minutes. Dead even. And everything depends on these team fights. Collapse just
charging. They're getting the right kind of initiation here. A charge that hits both supports. Quinn on the run here. They immediately jump after him. Larl chasing after him with that shard to be able to slow him down. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. 3 dead on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, and Team Spirit have changed this game. The narrative was supposed to be Gaimin Gladiators controlling and seeing if they could end it, but Team Spirit have turned this all back around in the space of just this 5 to 7 minutes.
Need to connect this ult on a big target and Collapse. He's just going to lead the charge with Bulldoze here. Not afraid of too much while both carries on the other side of the map.
Look at him just running in there.
This is a fight without Yatoro.
Oh, that ward somehow slips past detection. Oh, no, he's got it. Brace Lincoln gets him with the Dispel on the Yule Scepter, but it is going to cost Seleri his life. He does have a buyback. He's going to play for it. Quinn off the mark there with his blink in, trying to hit some heroes, but they've already popped their BKBs and are resetting a little bit. Seleri, he's going to try and walk back into this fight. He's got to be careful, though. He may get caught by Collapse. He spots him.
Found the A again.
Tower. Yeah, that Ancient Apparition's gone. No more Ice Blast for you to be able to use. Ace has to use his ultimate. He knew the Yatoro was gunning for him there, and he could have been chain stunned up. Now they back away. Primal Split being used. If they can get everybody out, it's a dream for Team Spirit. Collapse is making that momentum, though. Pushed back by the Void Panda. Now hit by the Orchid. If they can kill Collapse, that'd be great, but he has so many Dispels and so many heals. Mira jumping in, going for the back line. The Pango's been caught, and Yatoro, he destroys him so instantly. Now turns his damage onto dyrachyo. Back by Collapse. A charge on through. tOfu, he just managed to get the Force Tap down to low ground. Does get a dead shot onto Collapse, but he's still pretty damn healthy, and they can't turn this one around. It is all Team Spirit, and they will feast on the Brewmaster last.
Team fight decision making just off the charts here. I mean, the kiting, dealing with the ult, they just make it look way too easy right now.
Otherwise, that is welcoming Team Spirit into your base. Charge complete, half his health. Yule Scepter is going to be used. Nicely breaking with that Lincoln's, but he didn't use that Bulldoze towards the end there.
And these are just free. They have the ways to get Collapse out every time. There's a Lincoln's, there's a Swell, there's Four Staff's Grave. Yatoro's going to take his chance to
Team burst down. Oh, man! Before you can even complete the sentence, he's already gone. They do have an Ice Blast, though. That's pretty well positioned. dyrachyo's already cleaned up the Grimstroke. It's not too bad, but dyrachyo, he needs to get out of there. Oh, my God, that's so much.
Buyback from the Spectre.
It's too much damage. Spectre has to win this now, but he has to be careful of that Dazzle. They have to be able to take away this Aegis at the bare minimum. Surely they have to go for more. They have to risk it. Collapse going to charge on through to make sure you can't set up on Yatoro. Now Yatoro will turn back around on you. He's ready for that fight. He pulls back into dyrachyo. This could be it for Gaimin Gladiators, unless they find a way out of it. Quinn's dead next. Now dyrachyo, a dive back for him. He falls. tOfu's pulled back in. He is pulled to his death, down into his grave. Quinn, last man standing for Gaimin Gladiators.
It will be a one-man stand. The highest net worth hero for Gaimin straight off the bat. No turnaround potential, and you are running out of lives. You are running out of games to play here. As Team Spirit, they don't want to just be the best team in the world. They want to prove that they are one of the best teams ever to grace this stage right now. And they are showing why. They're going to go for the Megas, play it safe. And Ags finished on Mira. He's about to kick this team straight out of the tournament if he has his way. And they're going to go right for the throne.
Quick reactions from Quinn. Has to blink away. Just one little opening is all it takes with Mira lurking from behind.
Ace back up. We'll see what he can do to stall this out. Gonna need one hell of a primal split here.
Yatoro starts pushing forward. Mira doesn't quite get it there, and they actually stop the Spirit Breaker right in front of their base, but they're locked in by the shards. Quinn's able to hop around it, but now the he holds him in place. He can't do anything against that, but at least the Brewmaster can. Gets
and they kick him in.
The throne is exploded, and now he's been
welcome to hell.
Oh no! It is too much for Gaimin Gladiators to be able to handle. They are not going to be able to get through this. They have to pray to get out, but the Cathedral is merciless. It is Team Spirit who are unstoppable. They will take it. The best team in the whole goddamn world, without a doubt. Silence every other team. 3-0.
Absolutely an incredible performance in the Grand Finals against the best team in the season, an undefeated Grand Final team in Gaimin Gladiators, a team that has defeated an entire lower bracket to get here. They take 3-0 in record time, kick them out of this event, claim a second Aegis for the crew, the first one for Larl, who has fit in immaculately with this roster. This is a team everybody had on their radar.
On the comeback too, Team Spirit did it every way possible. Nothing is left for them but the handshakes in the end for Gaimin Gladiators, who had an admirable run through the lower bracket. I mean, it was the stuff of great stories, but it comes to an end. And for 2 times, the second time in the Dota's history, Team Spirit will claim the Aegis. Team Spirit win the International.